Hello everyone, and welcome to a quick Stata tutorial sponsored by the FHSS Research Support Center here at BYU. Today we're going to be talking about how to combine and subset your data sets. There will be a bit more typing in this than we normally do, but that's just because it works for the example. Okay, so first thing I need you guys to do is use a couple data sets and save them to your hard drive. So we're going to be typing in webuse CA pop, it's for California population, comma clear, and then go ahead and type in save CA pop, comma replace. We're going to be doing this a couple times. Next time we're going to be using IL pop for Illinois population, comma clear, and then we're going to be saving IL pop, comma replace. Last one, webuse, we are going to be using Texas population, so TX pop, comma clear, and then we're going to save that real quick as TX pop, comma replace. Wonderful. So now we are going to use the California population, and let's just take a gander at what this is. As you can see, we've got county and population variables. There's LA County, Orange County, Ventura County, and here's the population. That's what all of the three data sets look like, but just for Illinois and Texas. And we want to put them together. So we're actually going to be using the Append data set, and we are going to be appending this data set because we're currently using it, but we are going to append using two data sets, IL pop and TX pop. And in addition to this, we are going to be creating a new variable, because when you use the append command, it creates a variable that says this is from dataset 1, this is from dataset 2, this is from dataset 3. So we're just going to give that new variable a name and call it state so that we can keep track of it. Okay, so now you can see that state is a new variable. And now we're also going to label this just so we can keep this in order. So we're going to label define, let me spell state correctly, state label, or I'm just going to call it state lab. 0, because that's our first data set, is going to be California. 1 is going to be Illinois, and then 2 is going to be Texas. And now let's assign that to the variables that or the values that we just added in our data set, which is the new variable we created, which is state, and then type in state lab. So now it's been assigned, and look at this. Let's list this. Boom. Now we can see that LA County has a population of that, and it's in California. And Cook County has a population of this from Illinois, and then Johnson County has a population of this from Texas. So we just took 3 different data sets that looked like this and put it into here. And so now what we're going to do is separate those out, because sometimes this is the data set that you have and you want to separate it. So let's go ahead and do that. And we are going to be separating it by state to, in a sense, get our original data sets. So what we are going to do is go to our do file, because we're going to be using the preserve and restore commands. So let me make this look a little nicer for you guys. Can't get rid of that. Oh, come on. Almost. Whatever. Alright. It's not letting me do that. So, here we are. We are going to be typing in preserve keep if state is equal to 0. What this is going to do, and then we're going to save this as a new data set, just so you guys can see what's happening. Save as, give it a name, but remember that this is going to be California, and then we're going to be restoring. What this is going to do is it's going to keep this data set the way it is, but temporarily I'm going to change it around, so I can say keep if, and then once I get back to restore, it'll bring us back to this data set so that we can get the Illinois and Texas ones. Okay, so now we're going to be doing the same thing, preserve keep if, move this for you guys, keep if state is equal to 1, and then we're going to save this as Illinois, and then we're going to restore, and then lastly we are going to be preserving it one more time, keeping if state is equal to 2, which as we all remember was Texas. Okay, let me separate this so it's a little clearer to see. So we've got 3 preserve and restore commands. We're just keeping it if the state, and as you remember, state was 0, 1, and 2 for California, Illinois, and Texas respectively. So keep it if state is equal to 0 and save it as California. Save the data set as California. And then we're going to do that again, preserve and restore, keep if state is equal to 1, which as you remember was Illinois, so save the data set as Illinois, and do the same thing for Texas. Preserve and restore commands have to be run in a do command together just to keep the scope and to keep the data set actually doing what you want it to do. So now go ahead and run that. That wasn't what I wanted it to do. Shortcuts are a little different on Mac than they are on the PC. Okay, so as we can see here, it ran my do file. It did a preserve, keeping if state is equal to 0, so 6 of them were deleted, and then it saved it. So now what we're going to do is use our California command and see what happened. Well, use our California dataset with the use command. And now let's go ahead and browse this. Now it's got a new state variable here. Well, we created that state variable a long time ago, but it's the original dataset with an additional variable. So sometimes you want to separate. Maybe you want to separate by gender. Maybe you want to separate by what year someone is in high school or whatnot. This is a very simple way to do that. And that is what we've got for the append command and preserve and restore when combining and subsetting data sets. And thank you for tuning in.